Ever wonder how some people seem to get their way? What tricks do the most charismatic use to lead others? Throughout history, influence was a powerful tool, but some wield it for ill. Today, you'll gain special insight into these mysteries. We'll visit 10 intriguing strategies any can learn, though their ends may differ. Follow along and see influence in a new light. Keep an open mind, yet stay true to yourself. Now the story begins. Let's see where it leads. First, reciprocation is one of the most powerful tools in persuasion. On a basic level, it's human nature to want to repay a favor or gift. Researchers have found that when someone does something nice for us, even if we didn't ask for it, we feel obligated to do something in return. This principle of reciprocation can be subtly used by influencers. For example, complimenting someone to make them feel liked and then immediately making a request. The person is more likely to comply because they feel pressure to return the favor. Marketers take advantage of this by offering something of value up front, like a gift with purchase or a free trial. Getting that initial compliance draws people in and makes future sales easier. In personal relationships, manipulation can occur if one party constantly gives gifts or favors without the other having a chance to reciprocate in kind. This uneven dynamic makes the receiver feel indebted and less able to set boundaries. The key is for all interactions and exchanges to feel balanced, fair, and mutual between trusting parties. Second, social proof is the concept that people will do things or act because they see others doing it. If someone sees other people engaging with, purchasing, or promoting a product, they are more likely to do it too. This is why companies pay influencers to endorse things. It taps into our inherent desire to follow the crowd. Third, liking is a basic persuasion technique where people are more likely to comply with requests from people they know and like. This liking can be as simple as getting someone's name or finding a shared interest. Having just this bit of rapport makes people more open to our ideas. Authority figures also have this innate liking and trust from us. Someone in a position of power, knowledge, or leadership will naturally influence our decisions more. Fourth, consistency and commitment are intricately linked. Once we take a stand or make a choice, we seek to remain consistent with that commitment even if the circumstances change. This fuels escalation of commitment, where people throw more money or effort into failing plans just to avoid inconsistency. Sales reps use the consistency principle by getting us to agree to small requests first, before larger asks, making it hard to say no. Getting someone to make an overt commitment or public statement of intent seals the deal. From signing petitions to Instagram story polls, these visible markers of commitment stick in our minds. Fifth, scarcity creates urgency, which sparks action. When something is perceived as rare or available only for a limited time, we feel compelled to grab it before missing out. This psychological response has evolutionary roots in how our ancestors secured resources. Sales that end soon or limited product runs provoke impulse buying. Sixth, consensus is the power of social validation. When we see that most others think a certain way, we naturally tend to align ourselves. Peer pressure, bandwagoning, and following the trends all come into play here. Advertisers use consensus subtly by implying their product is beloved by millions without stating it outright. Related to liking, consensus also persuades through similarity. People prefer those like them. By disclosing ordinary likes or making ourselves appear average somehow, it helps others see us as one of them, and thus influences them. Covertly using consensus and social proof, word-of-mouth marketing exponentially grows audiences by activating peer-to-peer recommendation networks. Learning these tips empowers us to both influence with empathy and avoid being unduly swayed by crowd sentiment alone without discretion. While popularity signals social acceptance, true discernment requires thinking divergently too sometimes. Seventh, anchoring is one of the most counterintuitive biases, yet profoundly shapes how we process information. When given an initial numeric reference point, even if it's arbitrary, our internal scale calibrates around it. A salesperson provides an inflated product cost for comparison's sake, making the discounted price seem reasonable by relation. Effective negotiators will name their desired salary plus a significant sum, knowing the initial proposal anchors the discussion upward. Anchors stick unconsciously. People asked which nation is more populous between Canada and Morocco. Pick Morocco since their name came first in the question. Question wording, numbers stated, and order all define our anchors. 8. Finally, reciprocity in verbal communication reinforces messages. Repeat suggestions indirectly via different language, and people internalize the idea as their own. Politicians frame the same agenda as many options to make one alternative stand out. Preachers restate sermon points diversely yet leave the same conclusion. Advertisers vary slogans, testing which wordings sell best before blanket marketing. Ninth, authority holds a natural sway in our decision-making process. Those with expertise, leadership roles, or credentials capture our attention. Subconsciously, we give more weight to the opinions of figures in positions of power. Appealing to authority provides a persuasive edge when influencing others. 10th, liking and similarity. When people find common ground, bonds have more chance to form. Even small similarities build likeness that primes us to agree. By revealing ordinary tastes, others see us as one of their own. Finding shared interests creates a rapport that makes persuasion smoother. While these techniques benefit manipulation, recognizing anchoring, recency, and perceptual biases frees us from undue influence. With care, the same skills influence ethically by reframing issues, focusing on mutual understanding, and respecting transparency and autonomy in all relations. Influence need not mean lack of free will when wielded for empowering purposes.